Welcome back to the Declaration of Independence for the United States of America. We were studying the embellishments on this Declaration of Independence. There's 2 copies so far. This one by Mr. Stone, commissioned in 1823. And this also was the one that is a fake faded at the mall. They're running Devils and Dragons through this one, fake and faded. And someone slipped that in there between to the turn of the last century up into about 30 years, somewhere in there. Whenever they were moving the document around, someone hijacked it and call it, faded and getting old. But all it is just a big old devil rendition of the Declaration. Someone's trying to defame the thing. So you can see some of this stuff up online. It's very plain. So anyway, let's get into Mr. Matlack, Timothy Matlack's penning engrossment. He engrossed the Declaration of Independence. This one right here. You see the embellishment going to the W and the over here and under here, kind of under and up. We're going to look at all of the little dots around that. We have a little video out on that, giving a clear idea of what all that is. But let's look at these dots up close. There's nothing but sheep everywhere. We're talking about a resurrection and someone providing a resurrection. Now get in a dark room and pull these little dots up close, and you'll see sheep just piled up in here. And some are, now that's a puppy dog right there, okay? He's kind of looking at you sideways. And there's another puppy dog, kind of look like a puppy dog. It might be a sheep, I don't know. But anyway, there's some more clear cut. But anyway, everywhere you look in here, little sheep everywhere, just doing things. There's a little cartoonish right there to your bottom right or left. Right here, we'll turn it sideways here, and you can see that one. Let's turn it sideways. There it is. Okay. Yeah, there he is. Okay, watch him. Whoop, come back here. Okay, so there he is right there. You see him? Yeah, he's easy to see. There's a bunch more that are easy to see. Just turn out the lights. Now that's a profile. He's kind of wide-eyed there. It has a short little muzzle or a short little nose there on his face, and he's kind of giving you a profile there. Then you come on down over here and you look on top of this embellishment here. Kind of looks like a skeleton head of a something or other, just kind of devilish looking right there. And then you come over here and you got one kind of looks like he's got his head laid up on a rail there or something, looking at you up high. He's got his ears spread out. You can see his eyes, his nose up front. So it's very plain. And when you look at these little smaller dots, just bring them up close, you'll see that there's little ears and little eyes on them. Little sheep just everywhere. Just everywhere. Down here, this one here, you turn your camera sideways on this right here. Turn it sideways and look at this little thing here. Now start on the left side of the big circle up here, this little half moon circle here. Start on the left side, go up over and to the right and around his ear. And you'll be around his nose when it stops, and 2 little eyes, little nose, and he's on his back, okay? He's got his 4 little feet up in the air and looks like he's being cradled, and he's on his back, and there's his little head, okay? And there's another one right there. You got to kind of look at it, get in the dark now, because this stuff here is pretty light. They don't give me a good enough document here to pull up this stuff clean. So you see a little ear way back to the right there, and a big eye right there in the middle of your screen, and a nose out front. Can't miss it, okay? So let's just slide it along here. And right here, got one poking his little head out. He's kind of looking at you sideways. Now you got to have your camera on its side. Put it on its side, on its right side. Turn your camera over on the side. And then right up above him here, you have kind of a situation going on here. Let me circle this thing and kind of play with it while you're... Okay, now let's pull this up and look what this is doing right here. I'm gonna put a little something on it, and I want you to look at it. Okay, so from here, where are we at here? Okay. So right there where my little dot is the face of a sheep, and then up at the top is a larger face of that smaller. So there's like 3 different sheep here, one right here, one right here, and then the whole thing makes a face. So that's what's going on. It's just a bunch of mangled up bunch of sheep, just all shoved together like a big old pillow. And they just want you to understand that Christ came, and he's the sacrificial lamb here. This is what this front of the document's all about. And I haven't even begun to look. We haven't even begun to look at the rest of the document. So just look at all this. Grab you a Timothy Matlack with this kind of embellishment, and then just darken it with Photoshop, and you'll just see all kinds of little sheep all around this. And also, you see the red, the blood, okay? You see that? And then right there in the middle of that V right there, looks like almost like a cow's head. I don't know if it's a sheep. I guess it's sheep. But that's two eyes there and a nostril, a muzzle, and then that right there in between the embellishment and the V looks like a little something. So just check it all out. This is just kind of it's interesting to know how they did these kinds of things, back in the day. And the pictures walk along with the narrative, that sort of thing. And you just learn about natural language. Natural language is something that is natural. If you're going to speak, you're going to think. If you're going to write, you should be thinking at the same time, so no one can take what you write and tell you what you meant, you see. So that's what this is all about. It's very simple. It's been done away with because, the government or whoever is in charge wants to be in charge of, interpreting what's going on, wants to be the final judge in what's done, okay? That's why it's so important to put all these things in the Bible. Pictures are in the Bible in the 1611 first edition. This kerning and running letters together, all this it's after a while you've seen it all, and you just get busy figuring out what everybody was thinking while they were writing. And you can't even do that with people who you're in front of, but you can do that after they get through writing. You can know what they were thinking. How about that? And you can know what God was thinking above all. Let this mind be in you, which is in Christ Jesus.